Welcome to today's Facebook Live. I'm so excited to be hanging out with everybody and spending time with everyone. This is, as you know, my favorite day of the week are Wednesdays when I get to spend time with all of you lovely people. So today we're going to be diving in, discussing all kinds of things, everything about Shaden and college and just all the fun things. We've got Lindy here is the first person that I am seeing, and Sue, welcome everybody to today's Facebook Live. The kids are at school right now and I just checked in with them and everybody's just getting ready for Mother's Day and doing all the fun things. Beth, it's good to see you here as well. And Kimberly, hello from Las Vegas. As always, remember to put where you're from. It's fun to make those connections with everybody. Lisa, it's good to see you as well. And Christina, hi from Dover, UK. Welcome everybody. So we are covering all kinds of topics today. Happy Mother's Day early to everyone. It's coming up this Sunday. I know my little kids are really excited about that. The girls just handed me the sweetest little things for Mother's Day that they had made in their class today, and it was so sweet. Caitlin, it's good to see you. And Linda, hello from Birmingham, England. Gayla, it's good to see you as well. We also have Noreen joining us from Chicago, and so many more lovely people that are joining us. Carol, it's good to see you as well. Okay, so this is the most questions I have ever been asked in a Facebook Live that were sent in early. We had almost 90 questions come in from people. So I have gathered just the best of questions. A lot of them are about Shaden and what he's up to and how he's doing. So we'll be discussing a little bit more of what he's up to. We are so excited. He just got in last night at about 8 o'clock and he drove straight to his dad's house and just crashed. So I know the Quintuplets got to see their big brother, and he has been working at Walmart. And so he was telling me he got all of these really good deals right before he moved back and scooped up a bunch of cool stuff for the Quintuplets to give to them. So they are really excited to get those things from Big Brother, and they just adore him. And I think Landon is looking forward to spending time with his big brother as well. Robin, it's good to see you. We have so many people that are joining us. Just barely. Robin, it's good to see you. Okay, so let's dive into some of the questions that came in this week. Julian asks, how is the pool? Is it swim ready for the Quints? The pool motor, as you guys know, I did have to have it serviced. And I had the coolest company come out and work on it, and they threw in an extra keypad just in exchange for letting everybody know about their amazing company. So I think they're called St. George Pool Cover or Pool Care. And they were just wonderful to work with. And I could not get my cover to my pool to open. And this motor, I think, was like 25 years old, I want to say. And so they were incredible. They came out, they fixed it, and they installed a new keypad system, which will make it just safer for my kids so that only the adults and myself know what the cover is. So my pool, when we opened it up, was so green. So we had to treat it. But it is now swim ready for the kids. A few of them decided that they wanted to swim the other day, which I think I captured in the last vlog. Hi, Marnie. She's from Summit, Missouri. And so Daisy was really the only one that was super brave and wanted to get in the pool. She's our little water baby. She just loves the water. Even if she's like shivering and freezing cold, she just loves it. It's her happy place. Lily was brave. She did get in. Lincoln loved it, but I think he's so skinny. He gets cold so fast. And Logan was a little bit hesitant. The little boys were really wanting to use the pool slide that we have, but it was just so cold. So anyway, we're excited to have warmer weather here in Southern Utah, hopefully by the end of the school year, which I think the kids get out, I want to say like May 23rd or May 24th. It should be a little bit warmer where the Quints and Shayden and Landon will want to swim in the pool. So Lori, it's good to see you. She is from Vermont. And then let's see, Holly asked, what part of Indiana is little grandma from? So hopefully little grandma, you are watching this. I did call her late last night because I did not know. She keeps telling me just where she was born, and I keep forgetting the name of the city. And she told me little grandma's from Indiana. She is from Kewanna. She was born in Kewanna, Indiana. So any of my Indiana gals, if you know where this is, shout out to Indiana. She also said she grew up in Rochester and then she moved when she was 14. She said some of her best memories of growing up in Indiana were the tree-lined streets and the good summers. So that is what little grandma, sweet little grandma, remembers about growing up in Indiana. Okay. Holly, okay, answered Holly's question. She also asked, will you be doing a garden this year? I really hope to. Sweet Holly sent me a whole bunch of seed packets in the mail to our P.O. box. I'm really hoping so. I'm gonna have to clear out some space so that I can plant those seeds. Holly, you sent me so many great seed packets. So I'm gonna have to look through those and find a good spot. I do wanna set up a box garden, but I've got to rewire the sprinkler system to be able to get that in before I can do that. So I'm really hoping so, but we'll have to see. Nikki says she lived in Plymouth, about 25 minutes from Rochester. So you know the area. I've only seen like old-fashioned black and white photos of little grandma's time spent while growing up in Indiana. So I've never been to Indiana. I don't know what it's like, but I hear it's lovely and I hear the people are amazing. We've got Suzanne joining us from Ireland and you've watched us from the very beginning. I'm so very grateful. I don't know how you guys watched the very beginning of our journey. That was such a scary time for me, being pregnant with higher to multiples. I really didn't know how everything was gonna turn out. But I really am grateful for everyone that tuned in and grateful to the good Lord that I was able to carry all 5 of the kids to 29 weeks. Okay, Nancy says, thanks for suggesting the Tinkle Razor. It was awesome. So if you haven't watched my last Facebook Live, I did talk briefly about dating and my insecurities of being almost 40 versus dating in my 20s. And at almost 40, I do have facial hair and I'm super insecure about that. And so I was talking to the gals last week about the Tinkle Razor or the Twinkle Razor that I purchased off of Amazon. They really are amazing. And then I have my favorite product that I usually pair with that, which is a green tea face mask that you can get from Walmart or from Amazon. I think for a pack of 2, it's like under $10 and it lasts me like 6 months probably. And that's doing it like once or twice a month of using the green tea face masks. So they're pretty amazing. Okay, Lori says, did the big boys ever feel resentment towards the quintuplets? I asked Landon this question and he said no, but Landon and Shaden do get mad if the quintuplets get into their stuff. Somebody said, are you still seeing your friend? You're probably referencing Austin. We were dating for a span of about 4 months. We're not dating anymore. We talked last Friday was the last time that we talked. So I've not seen him in, I think, since the quintuplets birthday, and I only saw him for a few hours on that particular day. So we just decided that it was time to move on and date other people. And there's a part of me that I think is just always going to care about that man because he's just a really, really good person. So whoever gets to marry that man is one lucky gal. So thank you for asking about my friend. Okay, we have tons of questions that came in for Shaden. So I am just going to dive on in to the questions that came in about Shaden. So he is home from college. He completed his freshman year in college. He was working at some points 3 different jobs. So he was working at Walmart. He was working as a college tutor. He's really good when it comes to math, so he's helping a lot of people with that. And then he had a 3rd job. I'm trying to think what it was. I think he worked in like the fitness center or something, or the weight room. I want to say something like that because we FaceTimed a little bit. And then he is attending Central Wyoming Community College. I think it is a 4 years. Debbie, happy Mother's Day to you too. It is a 4-year school. So he's in his freshman years that he just completed and he had the time of his life, but he worked harder, he said, than any other time in his life. He really had to hustle to stay on top of his schoolwork. And he was up there playing soccer on their collegiate level team. So he was really excited about that. Okay, Gita asked, what is Shayden studying? Shayden is studying psychology, so he wants to be a psychology major. He also is wanting to go into social work. So he and his cute girlfriend Tatum both have an interest in psychology. And so Shaden is really loved studying that. He said he had a really good teacher this last semester that made all the difference in how much he enjoyed the class. And I think having great teachers is what makes or breaks a college class. And that was kind of his take on that. Sean asked, how does he like it? He has loved it. He's made some really good friends. He was telling me his soccer team this upcoming fall, I think between the guys team and the girls team, there's 28 countries that are being represented from around the world. That's pretty incredible. So this little town in Wyoming is gonna have all these different kids. So Shaden rubbed shoulders with people from Brazil, Germany, Italy. I'm trying to think where else are everybody from, just all over the place. So I'm really proud of him. He's incredible and he's been working so hard. Lynette asks, what was his first reaction to the announcement of the quintuplets? I should post this and make a reel for you guys on Facebook because I actually have his first reaction. So I pulled Shayden and Landon out of school right after I found out it was quintuplets because I was totally floored. I thought maybe I'd be having twins. So it's something that we had talked about as a family. We thought maybe twins or triplets. So I will post and make a reel for everyone so you can see what his actual reaction was when he found out. I believe the first thing I said was like, guess how many babies? So they were thinking twins. So I think Landon guessed twins, Shaden guessed triplets, and I said they were both right. And then I said quintuplets, and like the look on my boys' faces was absolutely priceless. It was just the sweetest thing. I think Landon didn't quite understand what it all meant yet. He was just excited that he was going to be having a little sibling. That was about all I think his mind at the time could comprehend. So anyway, I thought that was a good question. Debbie says, is Shaden home for the summer for good? Yes. So he is talking about traveling. Possibly he'd have to get his passport. He wants to go to Norway. He has a friend whose mom is Norwegian and dad is Brazilian. And so he really, let's see, Carla is joining us from Portugal. Hi, welcome. So Shaden's hoping to go to Norway for a little bit and spend some time with his best friend for the summer, but we'll have to see. He'll have to get his passport. And anyway, we'll see. It's up to him what he wants to do. Alicia also wants to know, what is his favorite experience so far? I'll have to ask this to Shaden in a vlog. We're gonna go spend some time together later today. We were gonna go to In-N-Out and get a burger and fries because that's our favorite. Robin, hi from Sweden. Thank you for joining us. So his favorite experience so far, I don't know. I'm gonna say probably having to do with soccer or the guys he's rooming with. He said that they went to, what is it? Like a hot springs. So I think he went to a hot springs for the first time with some buddies. And he said it was really fun, but it was really stinky and smelled like eggs. So he said that was really fun. He didn't venture out that I'm aware of too many times. Darlene, happy Mother's Day to you as well. He didn't venture out too many times with his friends because he was so busy working, getting his homework done, and school. So I think now he's kind of got the hang of it a little bit more, and he's got the hang of like the balance of like working and school and balancing relationships and friend time. Hopefully he gets to do more fun things this next semester and venture out a little bit more. Okay, I have two different papers. Okay, Leah asks, did Shaden choose the college location to follow the girl? So she's referencing Tatum. Shaden is still dating Tatum, and we adore Tatum. If you live in Southern Utah, she works at Red Robin, and she is amazing. Be sure to give her a good tip. I think she's working this afternoon. She's incredible. She's darling. No, Shaden is still finishing her last year of high school. Jane, you're really sweet. Thank you. I actually curled my hair today. Usually I don't, except for the day I do the Facebook Lives. So that's really sweet. So he chose this school because he had the opportunity to play at a collegiate level. And so when he went to this summer camp that his dad helped him attend up in northern Utah. They have scouts there. And one of the scouts scouted Shayden out and said, hey, what do you think about Central Wyoming Community College? Like, I can offer you a spot as a walk-on. So it's not scholarshiped, but he had the opportunity to play and he took it. And he was so grateful he did. So it's been a wonderful experience for him. Tatum is, I think she's got a full ride scholarship. I think she's got a couple of scholarships. That girl is just incredible and such a hard worker. So she's attending, I think, a school up in northern Utah. Shaden will still be in Wyoming. So they are going to be dating long distance. So we're going to see how that goes. But they really, really can see each other in each other's future, which I think is so sweet. But they really want to get their education in, which I think is amazing because you can add so much to your family by having that education. It really inspires me actually to want to go back to school as well. Gloria asks, is it a 4-year school and what year did he finish? Okay, I think we already covered that one, Gloria. So he just finished his freshman year of college. It is a 4-year school. And I like that it is a community that's got that small town feel. So it's not overwhelming as far as having that college experience. And I am really proud of Shaden. I think he just signed for a scholarship. So he'll have 2 scholarships this year, one for soccer and then one for getting good grades. So he's worked really, really hard. And I am just so proud of him for paving his own path and choosing what he wants out of life and not being afraid and just going for it. Like, I think that's incredible. So I just couldn't be more proud of him. Ever since he was a little boy, he was kind of the type of kid that was like dragging his parents behind him, like, hey, I really love sports, or I really love this, or I really want to do that. And so as parents, I think we've been very encouraging with him. And so when he took this opportunity and leap of faith to attend college in a different state, I was like, okay, we're going to see how this goes. And he's just done remarkably well. I didn't know, grade wise, like how he's going to be able to balance it all, but he really has stood up to the challenge. And I'm just so proud of him. So enough of me talking about Shaden. He's just amazing. And I adore that kid. Okay, so we had more questions come in. Kimberly says, how do you keep your house so tidy with so many kids? Well, when I film these Facebook Lives, the kids are in school, and this week they're spending the week with their dad. And so I choose to clean up the house like usually the Monday or Tuesday when they're gone. But at the end of the day, all the kids help tidy up the home. Now, I'm not going to say that we do that every single night, because sometimes as a mom of quintuplets and being a single mom, I have to balance what's more important. Like if one of my kids really need me, or if the kids have been very overstimulated at the end of the day and it's a total meltdown, like I have to weigh like, okay, there's always tomorrow and we can start again tomorrow. So our house isn't always tidy, but we do our best. And I believe that having all the kids contribute and participate in keeping a clean, tidy, and organized home as best as we possibly can just makes things run more smoothly as a family. And it helps the kids understand what family and teamwork really is all about. And we don't have like a ton of toys. So we're very selective about the toys that do come into our home. Like I like open-ended toys like blocks, Magna blocks. We've got a doll house that the boys like to play with too. We had baby dolls that the boys like to play with too. Like I don't really believe in like gender specific toys. I think all the kids so if we have toys, I like it to be something that everybody can play with and be creative and use things like that. So, and I find I don't think that we have like a certain number of toys, but I feel like if it takes us more than 20 minutes to clean up the toys at the end of the day in our home, we just have too many toys. And so sometimes I'll take some of those to the garage and then I'll rotate toys out and then swap them out. And I used to do that when they were younger too. And I just find it's like shopping, but I didn't have to spend any money. So we just rotate toys in and out, and they're engaged, they're creative. Now that they're getting older, they're tending to play a lot more outside, I feel like. And so the little girls are making crafts and things with leaves that they find. The little boys are gathering snails. There's a lot of wildlife in our backyard. And so the kids, I love getting them outside, fresh air, playing outside. Those were some of my best childhood memories. They weren't actually playing with the toys. They were getting outside, playing with a girlfriend, playing with my little sister, and making those memories together. So yeah, good question. How do we keep our home tidy? We do the best we can. Is it tidy all the time? Absolutely not. But we try and clean up right before bath time and around dinner time as best we can. Colleen asks, does it upset the kids to go from house to house? So we are co-parenting. Those of you that haven't been watching for a while, we did have a couple questions come in. Where's dad? Dad is well, he's good. He and I separated like 2.5 years ago, I want to say, and we are divorced now. And the kids rotate 7 days on and 7 days off with each parent. And I think it's going really, really well. They get to have time with mom and with dad. It lends for more one-on-one time. I wouldn't use the word like the kids are upset. I think transitions sometimes for some kids, it is a little harder. And so being very patient with my child, getting down at their eye level. Sometimes the hardest part is going back and forth when the child is in the middle of playing something. So like I've had the kids come to my home from dad's, and like one of them we'll use the term upset. But it's because they were in the middle of playing something, and it's hard to stop playing when it's time to go. And so sometimes that's a little hard for the kids, but giving them like that span of like 20 minutes to adjust to like the new routine, the new household schedule, just giving the kids a couple of days just helps with that. Are you going to bed early? Oh wait, something. Are you going to get the girls' earrings? Was that your question? Ask that one more time. I'll look for it as comments are coming in. Okay, if you guys have questions, you can ask me too. Okay, Holly asked, Violet's new favorite color is now green. What shade of green? I don't know. Violet just informed me that she no longer likes purple. She likes green. What shade of green? I don't know. So we'll have to find out. I'll have to ask her. She's a funny one. She decides something and like, that's how it is. Linda says, you do such a wonderful job. Thank you. Okay, Ada asked, are you going to get the girls' ears pierced? Yes, I was 8 years old. That was just like what my parents decided is like, okay, 8 years old, you can decide for yourself if you want your ears pierced. The girls have been asking though, a little sooner about getting their ears pierced, but that's like a co-parenting question, I feel like, because dad and I both will have to be on the same page if we decide to do it, because like taking care of their ears, making sure they don't get infected after having them pierced is going to be super important. And I have really sensitive ears, so I have to use like sensitive nickel-free types of earrings. So if genetically any of the kids, the girls are like me, they might need that as well. Tracy, that's really kind. There's a lot that I have that I realize I still need to work on as a mom, and that I can do better and that I can improve. Is Vivi interested in playing soccer like her beloved brother Shaden? No dance for now, so maybe soccer. I haven't asked her. I think Violet's hardest thing about dance is she doesn't like anybody touching her. So if anybody's like in her space, it really bothers her. So soccer is one where people get up in your space. So I don't know if she's gonna like soccer any more than she's gonna like dance. I think the other thing that was really hard for Violet is she didn't like getting on her tights. They felt too tight. And I think her leotard was too tight, even though it was the right size. And so if she decides in the future she wants to do dance, like she told me she wanted to do dance this semester. And I was like, are you sure, Violet? Are you sure? Maybe jazz, maybe tap, something where it's not so formal, where like you have to have your hair in a bun, you have to wear tights, you have to wear a leotard, maybe a little bit more like contemporary, modern, lyrical jazz, that sort of thing. Maybe Violet would enjoy dance a little bit better, but it'll be so interesting to see what these kids in the end decide they love and what they're passionate about. Okay. So let's see. And then I had another question come in. Do you live near your parents so that they are closer when extra help is needed? I do live rather close to my parents. And the reason being is there weren't very many houses for sale at the time that we sold the marital home. And there weren't that many rentals. So if you watched my vlog where I was like rental house hunting, and you remember like the cockroach house, like that one was a really great deal of a house, but there were cockroaches like crawling out of the vents, and it was kind of creeping me out. So there were really only a few properties within the school boundaries that Landon wanted to attend. So there weren't a lot of options, and I was going on a drive with my dad, and I was house hunting. I didn't think I could afford to purchase a home, so I thought I'd likely be renting. But my dad said, you know, well, what are you looking for? And I said, I really want a home with great bones, with great architecture, that just needs a fresh coat of paint, something that I could turn into a home and make my own. And as we were leaving his house, I pointed to this very house that I'm living in right now. And I said, Dad, like a house like that one. I've always loved that house. So later that week, I think on a Sunday, my dad was talking to the homeowner of this house, and he was like, you know, Jamie's always loved your house. And he was like, but it's not for sale, right? And he was like, actually, we haven't told anybody, but we're actually building a house right now. So none of the neighbors know. So the house wasn't listed, but we were able to work out a deal, and I was able to purchase and acquire this home, which was a godsend. So we're really grateful to be here. So I picked this property based on location, based on the price, based on I've loved this house for many, many years. And I actually had been inside of this home 2 other times, like 20 years ago. So when I was a young adult, the gal that lived in this house was actually like my Sunday school teacher. And we had a couple of meetings at her house. So like I had swam in the pool and I had sat in the kitchen. And I just remember thinking, wow, this is a very beautiful home. So anyway, that is how we came to live in this particular property. And the kids and I are really grateful. And Landon's like, I don't ever want to move. I really love this house. So we will be here hopefully for at least the next 4 years until that boy graduates and finishes his schooling. So now I'm going to take any questions. So if you guys have any questions that you would like answered, hi Ruth, she's from Massachusetts, and Jane is joining us from England. Hi Jane. And Teresa is now watching as well. So anyway, it is the end of the school year. I am finishing up the laundry room. I have been working on, I'm a little bit sweaty today as I'm looking at this. I've been painting the doors, so we're going to be keeping the original doors. Do the kids play t-ball in Utah? That would be great for Violet. You know, maybe Violet would love t-ball because she could really hit a ball, and she's got some spunk and she's got some sass. Sandy is joining us from West Jordan, and Nicole is joining us as well. And we've got Candace from Wisconsin, love your family, and Robina is joining us from Australia, and I need to scoot a little bit closer so I can read these comments that are coming in. And then Gail is from South Africa. I actually had an ancestor that once lived in South Africa, so thank you for joining us. When are you getting the pet rabbits? I think in the next few weeks here. The gal Sadie is... I think her in-laws are coming down to Southern Utah and passing through this way. So we're going to be getting 2 bunnies. Will you have the kids on Mother's Day? I will. So we do switch off holidays, but Skylar always gets the kids for Father's Day, and I always get the kids for the whole day of Mother's Day. So I'm excited. The girls have their dance recital coming up this Saturday, and I'm really excited for that. And at the very end of their dance number, all the dads and Shaden and Landon are going to go take the little girls off the stage. And so they're really excited and looking forward to that. And Julie is from West Jordan. So many of my kids do have food allergies. So as far as like dinner options, it does get tricky making dinner for my kids. And I am introducing new foods to my kids. And I would say as a whole, for the most part, my kids don't like trying new things. Lily's different though. She loves trying new foods. I think Violet, if she didn't have so many food allergies, would be a total foodie too, totally wanting to try new things as well. So making dinner does get a little bit tricky for the kids at times when it comes to making dinners. So there are some times where I'll make 2 variations of the same thing because all the kids love it. We do have a gal joining us from Germany. Welcome. I just watched the most interesting thing on Amazon Prime TV that was actually about like all the castles of like Europe and Bulgaria. And anyway, it was fascinating. So I was learning a little bit about Germany and Sweden and some of these other amazing places around the world and things that I didn't know before. So I love learning new things, and I love me a good like Netflix show or a good like documentary. I'm kind of weird. I love watching documentaries. Is HTV or Magnolia Network offered in your town? Yes, I do have HGTV, but honestly, I don't watch it very often because it reminds me of being pregnant, because there weren't too many shows that I watched while I was on bed rest in the hospital, but HGTV was on a lot. And so for me, I don't watch it as much as I used to because of that. If you love castles, you need to visit, did it say England? I think that comment came in really fast. I would love to visit England. I've never been there. You should go to Germany. We have great places and castles. Yes, I would love to go there. Do you think they will ever outgrow their allergies? Landon has, for the most part. Landon still, though, is sensitive to dairy like Lincoln. And so I really hope so, because I would love to be able to just let my kids eat like all the foods there are and just enjoy everything as a family. But it gets really, really tricky, I think, for some of those kids. So hopefully they do outgrow them. Debbie is from upstate New York. You have a beautiful family. Thank you. North of England has amazing castles and beaches. I do have family ties to England, so I would love to go there and learn a little bit more about my ancestry. I don't know if you guys have ever done like the ancestry DNA testing stuff. We had sponsors way back when, and so I was able to see like where my ancestors came from, and it was actually really, really cool. So tons of ancestry from the UK. Desiree is from Clarkston, Washington. Welcome. And Lisa is joining us as well. So happy Mother's Day from Albany, New York to you too, Rita. I love your family. I wish I could be half as patient as you. You know, I think patience is something that comes as we're working on it, and I still have a lot of learning to do as a mom. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Kyla is joining us as well, and Shannon is joining us from Portugal as well. We have a ton of people joining us from Portugal today. Have you tried joining groups for food allergy parents and meal hacks? I have not. 3 of the kids have food allergies. I feel like Lincoln is the closest to outgrowing his. I've been introducing fruits. If you did a TV show, HGTV, is that what you said? Ask it one more time about the show, because I keep missing the question or the comment there. I think we were talking about food allergies. We've got a gal from Mississippi joining us. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Eileen. To you too, Eileen. Let's see, watching from the beginning and love them. I meant, would you do it if HGTV or Magnolia offered you a show? I don't know if I would or if I wouldn't. I did get offered to do, like somebody asked me if I wanted to do a documentary on my family. And this was like a few months ago. I haven't heard back. She's from France. I haven't heard back if that was like a real offer or not, but I said, yeah, I'm interested. Like, we'll see if they pitch us. We were offered a show back when I was pregnant. And they made a reel and pitched us to TLC for a show about quintuplets, but Sweet Home Sextuplets she was pregnant at the same time, as you all know. So we have kids that are close in age, and she ended up getting the show Sweet Home Sextuplets, and I think the world of that family. So I think they did like 1 season, which was so fun to watch. If you haven't watched it, it was amazing. Okay, that comment came in really fast. I wasn't able to read that one. Mary is joining us as well. Welcome. I wanted to share with you guys a few of the new products and things that I'm loving. I reached out to a company called Pink Desert. I don't know if anybody has heard of them. Pink Desert, and they're out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They sell clothing and swimsuits, and they sent me 3 of the cutest swimsuits. So I was gonna do a swimsuit try on for you guys in an upcoming vlog, because I will give you like my honest review of these companies and what I really think. But they sent me the cutest one-piece swimsuits that are so flattering for moms. Like, I just had to show you guys this. So this video is not sponsored. I just wanted to show you how darling these swimsuits are. And I did pre-try them on this morning. They have great coverage, like in the bum area. That's something I'm a little more like insecure about as a mom when I'm chasing my kids, you know, around a pool. But I thought these were so cute and so flattering. This one is like green and it's like ruche, I think that's what that's called at the bottom. So it's super flattering. But excellent coverage in the bum area. So if you want to look a little bit more like hip, this is kind of trending, the one strap look. And this one is actually my favorite. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this one or not because I like things that are symmetrical. But that one honestly like has the best coverage in the bum area and it's really flattering and it comes up a little bit higher. So like when I bend over, I don't have to worry about anything. That's one thing that I don't like as a mom is like when I have kids and I'm swimming at the pool, like I just want to feel like everything's where it needs to be so that I can focus on my kids while we're swimming. And then this one is like a pink shimmer. And it's so pretty. So I think this is from their new line. It has these little like straps that you can tie and just great coverage. And I love that they're mindful of adding these details in the front so it hides like our roles that we have as moms. So anyway, if you are looking for a new swimsuit, check out Pink Desert. You can purchase on their website online. You can also check them out. Yes, Pink Desert. Diana, Pink Desert. They're also on Instagram. They are amazing and they have a lot of styles that lend well to moms. And when it comes to swimsuits, I'm rather picky. For me, I'm actually flat chested. So a lot of the swimsuits, I feel like there's just like this extra gap at the top, but these ones fit me like a glove. And they come in various sizes. So no matter what size you are, you can find a fit that works for you. And then another product that I really am loving right now is this. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this. This is called Eyelash, and this is like an eyelash serum. And you can get it, you can follow them online. Eyelash is the name of the company. And you just apply it at night like mascara, but it makes your eyelashes longer. So as I'm entering into the dating world, two things. I want longer eyelashes that are just thick and full. And I have been using this product now for about 3 years and I've seen a big difference. I've actually stopped, they're shorter now, but I've actually stopped using it and I miss having the long, thick, full eyelashes. So this takes about 3 weeks of applying it like once or twice a day. And then my eyelashes will get so long that they'll actually touch the top of my eyebrows, and then I actually have to stop using the product and then just apply it like once every couple weeks because they will get so long and so thick. So I just wanted to share with you all just a few of the products that I'm loving right now because I don't know, when I'm talking to my girlfriend, I always like to hear what products that they're trying, what they're using, and what they love. So Pink Desert for swimsuits. They also have some clothing options that are really fun as well. And then Eyelash is the eyelash serum that I really like using. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, I'll take some more questions. The green is your color. I love it. Thank you, Rita. I've never really worn green before, but I'm realizing as I'm getting older, I kind of like green. What was the eyelash brand? I'll hold it up one more time so you can see. It is called, I don't know if you can see that. It's gonna be backwards. It's called Eyelash. You can also get this on Amazon, and I think like you can do like a subscribe. Can you link the eyelash name serum in your comments? Yes, I will do that. It is amazing. It really does work. And then I think they might now sell like other products to pair with it. Maybe they sell mascara. I'm not sure. I really like using L'Oreal Volume Mascara. It's rather inexpensive. And when I use that eyelash serum at night, like by morning, the regular L'Oreal stuff works great for me. Okay, Linda is joining us as well. What is the name of the park you went to in the last vlog? Okay, my kids call it the Bear Park, but I'm trying to think what the name of the park is. It's located in Little Valley. If you look up the Alumni Creamery in St. George, Utah, it's right next door to that. So if you're looking up an address, or if you're going to be visiting in Southern Utah, my kids really like that park. Imagine your green swimsuit is Vivi's favorite color. She would look so cute with her little sassy self in that green swimsuit. I tried to pick swimsuits too, because Pink Desert was amazing when I reached out. They said I could pick out 3 swimsuits, whatever I wanted. They did just release a new line. But I did look back and look through their swimsuits, and I wanted stuff that would match my kids, my little girl swimsuits, because they like to be matchers. They like mommy and me matching type stuff. Do you have an Amazon wish list? Michelle wants to know. I don't. I've had several people ask. I should probably put together one. What inspired all the girls to try dance? I wanted to see if they were interested in doing dance. Dad is very theatrical and has loved the arts since he was a teenager. And then I have a background in the arts as well. I was a former dancer. And so out of tradition, all of my kids have been exposed to both theater and dance. Like Shayden and Landon both took a semester of dance class. Actually, Shaden took 2 semesters back when I was teaching, or maybe, maybe he took like 3 or 4. So Shaden has done a little bit of dance. So the little boys, we'll see. I think Logan would make a sweet little tap dancer, like a sweet little dancer as well. So we will see what they end up deciding to get involved in, what they love. I will take some more questions. If any of you all have more questions for me, you can ask me anything. You can ask me about the kids. Trying to reach to other moms and share positive. I missed that comment as well. Do the kids go to church every other Sunday because they're with their dad? Yes. So dad is not practicing. He's not a practicing member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He has shared that in his vlog that he doesn't want that anymore. And so my kids get to decide for themselves ultimately what they want to do. So they do attend church with me every other week when I do have them. Does Landon know what he wants to be profession-wise? He loves like aerospace engineer type stuff. So science, math, that sort of thing, he really does love. He really loves choir right now. He really loves singing. So we'll have to see what he ends up deciding. Shaden really didn't know what he wanted to be until he started taking his generals in college. So we'll have to see. But Landon's talking about doing like a technical school as far as like college, and maybe even in high school. And again, this will be a co-parenting question for dad and I, doing some form of like a hybrid learning with school. Post-COVID, there's a lot of kids that have decided to do online school and attend school for certain classes. So he's kind of talking about that sort of an idea, so that he still gets the social aspect, he still gets to learn, but the hybrid form of learning, you can just squeeze in more classes in less time. Robin is joining us. Mary is joining us. Welcome. So you guys have had some really good questions today. We've covered a lot of topics, a lot of things. As far as dating, I was going to share, I did go out with somebody new this last Friday and he was really nice. Have Daisy's warts gotten better? She's had 2 treatments so far at the doctor's, and some of her warts, she might need to go see a dermatologist, I think is what the doctor was saying. And that's really hard for me because I think they might be a little bit more invasive with some of those warts. I think the pediatrician said too that eventually they would go away. I know I had warts as a kid. My dad had warts as a kid. So we'll have to see. She's been such a brave little girl. She's just the sweetest little girl. She's just so tenderhearted and just wonderful. So I don't want to make her go back just yet, but she may need it because she is saying that they are bothering her. So Dad and I will have to talk about that. Yvonne is joining us from Sydney, Australia. Welcome. And Claudia is watching as well. He doesn't like his past experiences with the LDS Church is what Cindy said. Okay. And I haven't watched his videos. That's just what somebody told me. So Cindy, welcome as well. Do the Quints like going to the movies? They, I think, have gone to the movies a couple of times. I know they went to the movies with Dad. I think part of the tricky part is when you give them like all the snacks and all the things, like it's a lot of bathroom breaks mid-movie. So we'll see. I think this summer though, like in Southern Utah, I think they do something for kids where like it's discounted and you can go to the movie theater and they offer different like kids movies. So maybe we'll try that this summer. That's something indoors as it gets super hot down here in Southern Utah that I think my kids would really enjoy and have a good time. And yeah, I think they've only gone a couple of times. I think Skylar took them to see The Little Mermaid, and it was really long and it wasn't a cartoon. So I think they were a little bit bored. And then Melissa is joining us from Tennessee. Welcome. Okay, I will take a few more questions. Always jump on when you're live, and she is joining us from Tucson. We've also got a gal from Brisbane, Australia. Your hair, please share how you keep it so nice. Maybe I'll do that in my upcoming either vlog or my next Facebook Live. I can talk about hair products that I really love. I like to keep it simple. Happy Mother's Day to you, Grandma Smith and Little Grandma. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Stacy. I think Mother's Day to me really is a celebration of women as well, because so many of us, some are not able to have children. Some women aren't able to get married or have never had the opportunity. And some of us, we just celebrate all of the good we do as women and as mothers. I think that's amazing. Hi, you are joining us from North Carolina. Yes, the movie thing on Wednesdays is the summer, okay, is what they do in Maine. So yeah, so I think they have like a movie day or like, I don't know, I think it's discounted, so that should be fun. Where did you get your shirt? Love that color. I love shopping at TJ Maxx. I think I got this shirt, I'm trying to think what brand this is. I think it was like $10. I've bought it in black, I've bought it in purple, and I just bought it in blue, and it's very like stretchy and sensory friendly, and I love it. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy the lives. Thank you. I'm so glad. I didn't know that the live videos would be so popular because it's just me. But I do love getting to answer questions with everybody. They have outdoor movie theaters or like outdoor, I think somebody just said like they have like movies at the park in downtown St. George. That could be fun with the kids. But post like 7:30, my kids, some of them get so overstimulated by the end of the night. So like if a movie goes past that, they might start to get a little crabby and might want to go home. So I don't know. We could try it. We could always go home if it's too hard for them. Some places have free movies in the park. Yes, that is a free event that I think Southern Utah does. We've got a gal from New Zealand joining us live with special guest Little Grandma. Just saying, wouldn't that be fun? We could have words of wisdom with Little Grandma. I think one of the first, like my favorite memories of Little Grandma when I first got married is she gave me a cookbook and she asked if I was so excited to be a homemaker. And my answer is yes. I've loved making a home with my family. Amber, thank you for joining us as well. And Laura is joining us as well. Okay, well, this wraps up my Facebook Live. I think we have covered a lot of good topics today. Shaden is back home from college. We love that kid. We are so proud of him. And I am going to go on a little date with him pretty soon here. We're going to go to In-N-Out and grab ourselves a hamburger, fries, and maybe even a milkshake. So love to you all. I will catch you the next live video. If you have more questions for next week, I will have a section where you can leave comments and ask me a question about anything, but I love spending time with you all. Happy Mother's Day to each of you wonderful ladies, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. We'll see you later. Bye.